Hello, Miss Vijay Lakshmi. How are you doing today?
Hey, Afreen, just feeling Zenith. That's how we.
Absolutely,
That's how
absolutely,
we
and
all should be.
definitely. And I can see that you're also living your life like a Zenith with all of what I see in your background, truly bringing in all the energy. All right. To begin with, Miss Vijay Lakshmi, let me just say that I'm very excited to get your story on record for many others to be inspired from. I think yours is one that must be heard. So, why don't we go ahead and begin by introducing you?
Sure. Thank you so much, Afreen. It's a pleasure getting interviewed by you for Zenith. It's about me. It's been 16 years into the corporate world, and currently I'm assistant vice president at Natwich Group. And that's the current one. And the journey begins when even I didn't knew that I would be getting to a college. I would be starting off in a corporate world, but then things started happening, and here I am.
Absolutely, and I think that's the perfect way to begin your interview. I understand that you come from a very humble background. You are a self-made person. You've really literally built yourself from the ground up. Um, and so I actually want to understand as we begin this interview today, being someone who's worked so hard on getting into the corporate world and establishing yourself as a leader in the business world. What what were some things that brought you to Zenith in the first place?
So Afreen, I knew that I was at the correct path, but I knew that there's something which is missing out. And it took me a while to understand what it is, because I was hardworking. I was at the right place, doing. I was with the top brands, but there was something which was missing, and I was getting in loop in this mid management setup. So, and then it struck. The most important part is the communication. So I started searching that what there are so many courses in the market. What is it that I wanted? And there were many ads I saw, and there were many conversations which I had. And then I came through the Zenith video, wherein I connected there. I was like, this is the thing which I want. And then the journey started.
So, would you like to talk a little bit about how was it before? How was life before Zenith? How was your happiness before Zenith? How is it different now for you?
Surely, Afreen, and I really feel very overwhelmed when I talk about it. Uh, so I was a person, who was okay, was happy, but didn't knew what is it that drives the happiness. The When I started with Zenith, I thought it's just another course which I am getting into, because I am used to doing multiple courses in my 16 years of journey. Zenith started with the internal communication, wherein the internal wiring happened. And I didn't knew that I was getting into something which is called internal wiring, and this Vijay Lakshmi changed. So this Vijay Lakshmi changed within. It was nothing, I had to make some changes to the outside world. I had to prove something, nothing that sort of. And that brought the confidence. When I was seeing that, whatever I am being taught, I am not pressurizing myself to, again revise it or imbibe it. It was just coming very naturally. And I have got the confidence. I feel that power. At times it was like, I don't want to talk to people. I want to isolate myself. But after Zenith, I am the one who wants to go out to the people and talk to them. I will understand how they are feeling. When I am feeling happy, I want the other person to feel happy too. So my family, my spouse is the first person who actually identified. He said that you are a different person altogether, whom I was living with from past 10 years. So I think that's a big testimony for me.
How have your relationships with the people in your life changed?
Oh my God. So my spouse, he has a very special place in my heart. So he was the first person who said, "Who are you?" It's a very different voice that I'm listening altogether. That power, but again with that, gentle touch which I always had. And my kids, they found a new mom. They were, "Mom, you're so powerful." And how they acknowledge me, how I'm seeing the society, how I'm seeing my colleagues, it has changed altogether. So if I read it in a book, I can't grasp all that, but then it just came out very naturally. That was the beautiful part of this Zenith.
That happens because it is a mentorship program, and of course, when you're looking to sort of change from the inside out, you do need direction and you do need guidance. But I think the purpose of this mentorship program is to guide you in the direction so that you are able to dig deep and uncover the power from within. How have the relationships in your professional life changed for you?
So I would like to highlight, it's just not about having colleagues around. So Zenith has taught how to be a human first, and I think that statement altogether, I am able to connect with my colleagues, I'm able to connect with my boss. There's no more fear inside me that how to speak, what to speak, and the thoughts, they are aligned, so they're not distorted. I'm not shaky about my thoughts, whether I have to talk to my boss or to my colleagues. It is coming very naturally and line by line. And, looking at them, and I want to see them also grow professionally, just not me. So, that entirety that has grown drastically.
I think this transformation that you've experienced in terms of how clear and confident you now feel has allowed people in your professional life to look at you very differently. Recently, I think you interviewed a CXO at your organization. So, would you like to talk a little bit about how the people in your professional life have started looking at you differently, your colleagues, your supervisors, other people?
Sure. So I've been into the organization from past many years, and I've been surrounded by the similar people. But after Zenith happened to me, I got an opportunity to interview a CXO person. And after that interview, I was very flawless at that interview, of course, because of the guidance was given by you, Afreen, and by the Gurleen ma'am. But after that interview, I got many appreciations, and people around me started saying, "We saw a very different person altogether in you while you were interviewing. You're very natural, very flawless. It was nothing made up." And that shows that I grew with Zenith.
Now that you're about to graduate from the program in about a week from now, what do you now think is the difference between communication skills and communication intelligence? Because I understand you came into the program for communication and you ended up you're ending up going out as an intelligent communicator. What is the difference between the two?
This is a lovely question, I must say, and I wanted you to ask me this. So when I enrolled for Zenith, I thought, I'll correct my grammar, I'll learn big jargons, I will learn, astonishing English, and I'll talk like this. My vocabulary will be that strong. But now when I'm going after Zenith, I know I'm a person who has got this intelligent communication. I'm just not correcting my grammars or my vocabulary, but this is altogether a new person, and this person is very confident in what I'm speaking, and this should mean something. It should take me somewhere. I came for that vocabulary thing and the grammar thing, but now I know that I'm an intelligent communicator. I'm confident. I know how to declutter, and I know I'm here for a purpose. And it's a very big achievement, I must say.
When you came into the program, you came in with the understanding that you were going in to end, just another course like you've been going into. But you ended up becoming an intelligent communicator, and over the last so many years, you would have experienced a lot of courses, you would have experienced a lot of trainers and a lot of mentors. What makes Gurleen ma'am stand out as a mentor?
Gurleen ma'am, I can never thank her enough. Gurleen ma'am has just not taught us how to be communicator, intelligent communicator. She has given us the tools and techniques which are imbibed in us. So I don't need to see anything, I have to speak it out. What should I use? But this is coming very naturally. So I think this is the best part.
Truly, I think ma'am, when she takes on the communication intelligence program, whenever she starts a batch, the goal is to actually change the fabric of your being from within. Different elements have been at play to ensure that you are consistent and you're moving in the right direction. You attended the Zenith Mastermind live sessions with Gurleen ma'am. You had your discussion forums with me. You had your video trainings and assignments. You were getting feedback and the community, of course, that you were a part of. How have these different elements of the program contributed to your growth in Zenith? Is communication intelligence training program something that's important for all working professionals? And if yes, why?
I think each one of us should enroll ourselves into this intelligent communication because this is a life changing. So it's just not for the professional world, but also for your personal life. You will understand what are the things you're missing on, and this is gonna add you into a better person. Each day passing by, you will forget that there's anything called negativity. You are just gonna be positive, and I'm sure you'll try to connect it how intelligence communication is connecting it to being a positive. But then you'll understand once you get enrolled on your very first session, you'll get to understand what I'm saying about.
It's participants like you who are ready to surrender themselves, who sort of are able to experience that transformation. And I think the reason that everybody grows so wonderfully is because all the participants that come into the program, are selected to come into the program, are completely in alignment with that goal of making sure that they're receiving completely what they're meant to be receiving from communication intelligence. And like I said, Ms. Vijay Lakshmi, I always love interacting with you. You have such a beautiful expression. Thank you so much for your time today, and look forward to watching many more interviews of you with CXOs and who not.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Afreen. You have encouraged each one of us like no one else have done. You and Gurleen ma'am means a lot to us. You're like a family. It's just not a professional kind of setup. So we know that there is someone who is taking care of us. We know if we are falling back, there's someone to back up on. And really thank you for all the feedbacks. And you're always there on the emails. If there is anything we are getting stuck on our personal life or professional, we know that there's a team who is going to be there, and they're the people who are there to support us and who want best out of us. So thank you so much to you and all the team members.
Thank you, Ms. Vijay Lakshmi. I say this a lot and I'll say it again. Zenith is what it is because of participants like you. So thank you for being an ambassador of Zenith and living your life like a Zenith so that you're able to be that ambassador.